I have my head placed close to the camera very strategically right now so that you can't get a peek of my background yet. That's the reveal. We're gonna get some tension going in the room first. Let's see who we got. Prestige and Classic, Random FPV, Cot, Mars, Kevin Mack, hell yeah, Sick Bastard, Jen Pookie, welcome to the channel. Okay, I need to move it to all messages. We just came from an episode of Van on the Fucking Moon where I had to drop a lot of tea because there's been multiple huge shifts in my life this past week. And right now, there's one big key one I want to focus on. We'll get into the rest of it later, trust me. But yeah, let's check in with the chat for a second. That was a fun premiere. Yeah, I had fun. We got raided for the first time by Auntie Deb. Now I for sure have to go check out her class 203 and see what's going on over there. Because the people she brought was good vibes too. Okay, I think we're ready to do the reveal. If you saw the title of this stream, it is titled, I am no longer a hobo. And that is because for the first time in over 2 years, I am actually renting a room at a house. Ta-da! Welcome to my new Maui Moon base. And this is where I've been sleeping. This is where I edited yesterday's video. This episode of Van on the Moon was created at my new desk. I'll give you guys a full tour here over the course of this live stream, and I'm gonna honestly just take it nice and slow because that's the focus of my life right now, is just slowing down, nervous system regulation, just being calm and easy because shit's been too crazy for too long, and I'm finally deciding for myself that I want peace in my life and existence. I just want a peaceful, good time and good vibes. Yes, it was a nice group of peeps. Hey, we got Victor Great there in here. An OJ Mooner. Hey, Chloe Exquisite. Is there a space for a garden at the new space? Chloe, there's already an immaculate garden here. Oh, you guys have no idea. It's all so synchronistic. You know, even despite the really tough shit going on right now, there's like a lot of really crazy synchronicities and things clicking into space. Like both about my living situation, but also just like friendships and people I'm meeting, and like even the people of this property. Like it's really interesting how things are unfolding, and so my focus is to just be calm and witnessing whatever happens next, because I've been trying to take control of my life for so long and just like grinding and making plans and yada yada, but I'm realizing that it's not the way to be. I'm dropping into a more just like feminine flow state and tapping in with my goddess energy. Aw, peace and love. Oh, someone sent $5. Thank you, Aunt Banks. That's a username that I recognize now. We've been seeing you in the chats lately. Welcome back. Oh my gosh. Okay, another synchronicity. Literally, right as I was saying, like, that I'm dropping into my goddess energy, I literally opened this chat and it says, hey, beautiful goddess. And it was right as I said it. So that's a confirmation for me. And by goddess energy, I just mean like really pampering myself and really like being attentive to myself and lots of self-love, self-care, like when I say goddess energy, what it means is not like, oh, I'm a goddess. I'm like stepping into a place of wanting people to worship me. I mean, like, I'm worshiping myself. That's what I mean by stepping into my goddess era. Like, just spending time with myself. I've been like massaging myself a lot and spending time just like sitting with myself in my new space that I've cultivated, looking in the mirror, reflecting internally. Aw, thank you, Chloe, for all the gifts. It's so sweet. All the sparkles. Are you guys ready for the room tour? I think it's about time. Yep, this is the Maui Moon Base. So this is Cully Cat's house that she's been living in for multiple years now. I think 3 years, over 3 years, which in Maui time, that's a long time to be in a space. And she has the room that is through that door, and then this room was kind of like her office room because she used to do work on her laptop remotely, making her money. So this was already an office before. It was arranged differently and there was like some other stuff in it, but over the past week she cleared the stuff out and was like, this room is yours if you want it. You can rent it. And if you go back to Big Island, then you can just come and go as you please. And I'll just rent it anytime I'm on Maui. And she said that during times I'm gone, you know, even not Big Island, even if I go to the continent for a while, she said I can leave stuff in here because it was kind of just like a storage room before anyway. And I've added a lot to the space already, like the futon and stuff. So now it's like a more set up guest room, which will be like my guest room when I'm on Maui. But also, I don't care if other people use it while I'm gone, you know? It's just a little shanty space. I'm really happy with how it's coming together. And I just am amazed that it all fell into place so perfectly. Does she own or rent the home? So she rents it. It's on a property with like multiple other houses and units and stuff. There's even like another kind of, it's a house that's like split into 3 separate units basically. And there are also multiple houses on the property, which crazy enough, Chloe was like introducing, she's like, oh, I'll introduce you to like the neighbors and stuff. So we went for a little walk around the middle of this little village basically, and I happened to know like most of the people who live here already. So it was just like, oh, it's you, cool, we're neighbors now. Here I am, I have neighbors again. I haven't had like truly neighbors in 2 years. Yeah, like Kevin Mack said, to all the trolls in the chat, send a $10 super chat. Be an upper class troll and get your comments highlighted with a $10 super chat. Thank you from our sponsor, the upper class trolls. If you want to say some whack shit, we don't really read it, you just get hidden. But if you slap $10 on your comment, we will acknowledge your trollship. Upper class trolls are welcome. The rest of the trolls, sorry, but you're getting hidden. Hey, we got an upper class mooner. $5, 5 Canadian dollars. Wishing you the best in this new chapter of your life. Thank you so much. Yes, I think this will be such an amazing chapter for me of self-healing. Like, I've got some shit to heal through, and it's time because, you know, I'm an adult now. I'm a full-on woman now, and I want to have a good life, and I'm taking it into my own hands and realizing what actually leads to a good life. Because a lot of things that society will tell you is the answer is not. It actually takes you in the opposite direction. What's the matter with the dub? I wish I knew. You know what? The Volkswagen we'll talk about later. I think it's about time I start showing you guys the rest of this place. Is that room below ground level? It's not below ground. It's on the ground. I'm looking out the window outside and it's like a reasonable height. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried about floods here. I'm substantially higher in elevation at this place than like, you know, the last apartment I was mostly hanging out in. Where you guys saw me go through all those floods, that was way close, like, to the ground. That my words are so jumbled right now because there's things that are going on that I'm not like at full liberty to talk about. So like anytime I feel myself about to say something about a certain person, I'm like, well, I guess I need to not say that name. I don't know. This is gonna be tricky for me to navigate, so bear with me. Bear with me. I'm still figuring out. This is my first breakup in over 4.5 years. So I'm in a bit weird of a headspace, and we touched on it in the Van on the Moon episode, and we probably will talk about it more later, but yeah. Back to the room. We're just gonna do a full room tour. Courageous Cully Cat is in the chat. Okay, if you guys see Courageous Cully Cat with the cute profile pic that says, yes, it's in the rainforest, that's the same Cully Cat who I'm renting this room from. So yeah, check out her channel. You guys saw her on the past couple live streams on my channel. And yeah, so actually crazy enough, this is my first solo live stream in like 2 weeks. So hello everyone. It's just me, but Cully Cat is my roommate now. So you guys will be seeing more of her at some point for sure. Okay. So, beginning of the room tour. Welcome to my studio. This, obviously, is my desk with my laptop, and there's a bunch of cubbies and stuff. So, this is where I'll be doing my editing, web developing, you know, replying to emails and such. All of those businessy type shits. This standing area is where I'm picturing I'll do a lot of art projects and art streams. This is that same drop cloth painting I did on I Don't Know Baby, my most recent and biggest painting I've ever done. And I had brought it with me to Maui, despite it being fucking huge and taking up a whole compartment of my suitcase by itself. I was uncertain of why I brought it, but I felt like I should bring it. You know, when your intuition is just like, do that thing, and you're like, why? And it's like, just do that thing and trust the universe. So I brought my big ass painting, and I literally think it's because it was meant to go right here. Like, that is what signifies that it is my studio. This is the I Don't Know Baby studio of Maui now. This was my first ever purchase that I made once we decided I'm renting this room. This was my $6.99 purchase from Goodwill that signified that I am grounding into a space for at least a little bit. I don't know how long I'll be here. I don't know how many times I'll come back and forth or where I'll go and where I'll come back. I'm taking everything 1 week at a time, and that feels good right now because in a life where I've tried to plan things over and over again and announced all of these big things I'm gonna do and just watch them crumble out from under me, I think it's better to just surrender to the universe. So I'm just waiting things out. Like in Alice in Wonderland, I bring this scene up all the time because it just, to me, fits in with life. In Alice in Wonderland, when she's lost in the forest and all the paths are changing and she's just like, what the fuck? Then she's like, you know what? Sometimes if you're lost in the woods, you just gotta sit down. Because if you keep walking while you're lost, you might just get more and more lost and further in the wrong direction. So I'm sitting my ass down for a little bit and gonna just trust that universe and focus on my self-healing and self-growth and art and creative projects, which are doing really well right now. My channels are really popping off. Van on the Moon hit 46K yesterday. Like, what? Are you serious? That's just from 2 shorts that I posted. The one of me fixing the speedometer cable got like 1 million views, and then the one of me just talking about the Volkswagen manual, like the big thick Bentley manual, got 2 million views out of nowhere. I posted that one like a year ago. $5 from Lauren Smith. Thank you. You were spirit as a child before you reach outside of yourself and stop listening to your spirit within. Let the light from within guide you. Aw, thank you. Yeah, when we get all these programs into our head and, you know, listening to other people's opinion of what we should do, and also just society and capitalism feeding us so many desires that we don't actually desire, it just clouds it all up, and I fell off my path for a little bit in my life, and in the past couple years have been coming back to it and coming back to just like my childlike, you know, my inner child of just being just in awe of the experience of being alive and how crazy life is, and that nothing is certain. Nothing is certain in this life. There's a lot of stuff I thought was for sure, and it's just poof. So I'm surrendered. We don't really have a choice but to surrender, because if you are going through some tough shit and are also resisting it, it's that much worse. But if you're like in some tough shit and you're just like, gonna at least not have like a knot in my chest about it, then you know, you can always count on your internal system feeling okay, at least. That's one thing you can count on. Can you trade your Volkswagen van along with the buyer paying some money to get the Volkswagen sold sooner? You know, I want it to sell, but right now it's at George's, and he went to Big Island last week, and I don't actually know if he's come back yet, so the van is still broken, and I'm trying not to like put too much heat on him, because he's doing me a favor, like by letting me even get it towed to his property. Saved my ass, because the van was just stranded on the street for multiple days, and I don't trust a single fucking shop around here because I've had way too many bad experiences. So he did me a solid just by even letting the van be at his place. So I'm trying to not let myself get too antsy and like try and rush him into also fixing it. So yeah, I'm just taking a breather and just thinking to myself, like, at least I'm not actively dealing with the Volkswagen. Like right now it's not in my field. I will have to deal with that eventually, but at least right now it's not my direct problem. Thank you for the gifts, Chloe. Also, yes, 46K is a great accomplishment. We are so close to, we're so close to the 50K marker, which warrants the auctioning of the Van on the Fucking Moon Sniff Here shirt. And I am just like, oh, fuck, am I gonna need to fly back to Big Island to go get the shirt? No, that would be a little bit crazy of me. That would be too crazy. So it might not happen right at 50K is basically what I'm saying. Yeah, thank you, Chloe, for all the gifts. Where do you park the Dodge van on Big Island? So actually, my friends who I bought the van from have a pretty large property, and it's where the van has been for the past multiple years. So once I bought it from them, and I told them like how my lifestyle is, that I'm just an online creator that kind of bounces around, they were like, oh, well, whenever you're not on the island, you can just store it at our property and throw us some rent, you know? So I just rent a little parking spot storage from a friend, and it's a really good setup. Yeah, the big yellow brick can wait. That's the upside of bricks. They last a long time. Yeah, that big yellow brick is waiting. I am not. I am immediately separating myself from the van. Energetically and emotionally, it's just like, as far as I'm concerned, it's on the back burner. And my focus is for me to just be feeling okay and deepening my connection with myself and deepening my connection with what I'm doing here online. Like, you guys see, I got a studio now. I'm gonna be making art pieces, more videos, more live streams, just cause I can. Like, I'm not spending all day driving around anymore. I haven't been driving at all lately, actually, cause I don't have a vehicle here. So I have been just sitting and focusing, and I'm now feeling a more clear vision of my path. So yeah, things are chilling out. Even though things are like so insane, being in a room and like just having good fast Wi-Fi, a plug I can plug into, a shower and a bathroom right there, my bed, and I know nobody's gonna come. I'm not gonna have the police knocking on my window or someone trying to break in. Yeah. Healing starts with breathing. I like that. Comment Flipper138. Let's all take a deep breath together. In and out. Ah. I hope all of the mooners are feeling very just grounded right now as they're hanging out in this chat with me. Sometimes when we're on the live stream, I'm just like just go crazy, but I'm curious if now that my nervous system is at a more level state, if the stream even feels different. Do you still have a boyfriend? Unfortunately, no. To answer your question, Davmas, as of a couple days ago, we are done. It was a very difficult relationship, but it was also extremely sad to let go of, and I'm still not, like, I still don't feel fully done there, you know, like, I'm not saying I'm not fully done there, like, I'm trying to get back together, but, like, there's just so much to process there still. I'm not trying to jump right into something else, because I'm like, when I got into this past relationship, I was a deeply hurting person. Like, I had just gotten out of an extremely toxic scenario, like more toxic than this last one, and then got into this one like right after landing to island, fresh out of a breakup, still with a bunch of unhealed childhood trauma, and did not have my head on straight at all. But now, fast forward, and this is now the biggest breakup I've ever had in my life. Before this relationship, my longest relationship was 1 day short of a year. I had never even had an actual anniversary with anyone. And then this relationship was 4.5 years. So it just blows anything else I've experienced like out of the water. And so I don't really know how to move forward from... I'm about to start fucking crying again. Bro, literally, I had told myself I wasn't gonna... To distract myself, I'm going to read the chat. I know you guys don't care if I cry, but for some reason it's still embarrassing. I don't think he's watching. I would be really surprised if he's watching. And if he is, that makes me feel extra awkward right now. I'm just trying to accept that it's done. Because we've been trying for a long time, and it's been hard for a long time. And so at some point, we just have to decide, like, to both be happy separately. And it was really sad when we parted ways. Like, we hadn't seen each other in, like 2 weeks, even though we've been on the same island this whole time. It's just because tension got so bad that we had to just like split, and then I didn't have a vehicle. He was busy taking care of a client that's like on the brink of death, basically. So we were both very occupied and unable to meet up for 2 weeks, and then finally did. And by the 2 weeks was over, we've spent too much time apart and had too much just really horrible, hard times. And I just can't put myself through that anymore. Like, I contributed to the hard times also. Like, I brought a lot of difficulty into the relationship, but with how much I'm trying to grow and change through it, I need to be with someone who also is recognizing like what downfalls they're bringing, and like also setting forth on the growth to adjust those, because I just need to be in something more balanced, I guess is what I'm saying. And that requires me to heal through my shit, because if I get into something while still not healed, it'll be just as bad or worse. I think that's how the cycle of relationships work. Like, if you don't heal through something you got shown in a relationship, then your next relationship will have that plus some. So yeah, I'm slowing down and healing myself. And then I am hoping, yeah. I'm not gonna talk too much about him. I know, okay, like Prestige and Classic asked, has he got a place or still in his truck? I don't think I should tell about his business and stuff. I'm gonna just, yeah. I'm only gonna speak to my side of stuff because I want to give him privacy. I honestly still love him. I still care about him. I still respect him. Like, I just don't want to push any boundaries. Put a rubber band on your wrist and snap it every time you think of the past in your mind. It helps moving forward. That's not a bad idea. I also could just drop my stone. It kind of hurts. That'll be my version. Mars wants to know, should I be feeling bad for him? I mean, if you want to, he's in a really shitty position right now of his life. Like, and I feel bad because, like, me being by his side and so chaotic and me, you know, I contributed to his downfall. I'm not gonna take full ownership of it because obviously he's like a grown man and was making every decision every step of the way himself, but I do see the ways that me being in his life contributed to it crumbling. So there's a lot of shame and guilt and heartache, and I don't ever want to do that to someone again. Like, I don't want to come into someone's life and add more pain to it. I just want to, like, I want to bring, like, love and healing to people, you know? I don't want to bring, like, chaos and pain and suffering. And here I am crying again. I'm gonna take a second. I'll be right back. This stream is not going how I expected it to at all. Fuck, man. Yeah, Victor said, all in good time. Don't rush into another relationship just for the sake of being in one. Yeah, I'm definitely not rushing into another relationship. There's no way, like, there is no way that it would have to be, like, for me to get into something right now, it would have to be, like, literally a sign from the universe. Like, this person, whoever it would be, would have to be, like, perfect in a way that humans are not. So yeah, I'm gonna be single for a bit and focusing on my damn self, because when else am I gonna get to do that in my life? I'm in my 20s and plan on eventually having a lifelong companion. So when else will I be single other than now? Because once I meet my next partner, hopefully they are that long-term companion. So right now would be my last single time ever in as Molly, you know? Also, dang, I actually am so behind on the chat. Thank you for everyone being so supportive and okay with me being a mess. I'm just going through so many changes right now. Like, so, and I'm still like, fuck, the Moonermobile's over on Big Island. I need to go get my clothes out of it so they don't get moldy and shit. There's just a lot of stress going on, so I'm just trying to breathe and take it all slow. Yeah. It's not supposed to be that difficult. Yeah, I mean, like, I know that love is supposed to have some difficulty because that's what challenges you into growth, which is super important, especially if you have trauma that's been, you know, left unhealed and under the rug. Like, love does serve as a light shown on that to make you work through it. But yeah, this got to a point of painful where it was like, okay, this is not even just a real relationship anymore. We had a lot of really amazing times too, though. Like, it just couldn't balance it out anymore, though. It all broke. It broke, and it's really sad, but we'll both be better off now. I mean, in the immediate, it's hard, but in the long term, I think we'll both be better off. And I'm trying to let myself be hopeful of, like, you know, I'm trying to manifest certain traits in my next partner. Like, there are things that I would want in a partner that, like, weren't there in my last one. So this gives me a chance to actually get those dreams, you know? I thought it would be a really I thought this stream was just gonna be like, woohoo, look at my new room, but honestly, there's like the breakup happening this week is just really a big thing for me. It's the biggest shift I've gone through in years. Oh, Mars sent $5. I don't even know how long ago. I'm so sorry that I missed this, Mars. Mars said, Kali Cat, if you see this, please go into the stream room and give Molly a hug from the Mooners. Aw, Kali Cat's up on the mountain right now. Or else I know she would. Oh my gosh, and I just saw a super chat from Kali. Oh my gosh, Courageous Kali Cat sent me $4.99. I'm so sorry, I'm so late to seeing it. Thank you, sister. She said, you are a goddess. Your emotions are a beautiful and natural thing, and your healing is so healing for everyone else. Aw, thank you, Kali Cat. It's been really healing for me and Kali to just be hanging out and being in just like a chill, just calm vibe. We've been going to the beach a lot, soaking in a bunch of sun and dancing a lot, and this friendship just feels really pure and healing. Like, Kali has had her own journey of hard shit she's worked through in this life, and it has made her into such a robust, kind, sweet person. Like, I'm just amazed. Like, I'm just amazed. I can't even, as I look around, I'm like, even like Kali Cat's the whole reason I was able to move into a room. That wasn't even an idea on my radar. I literally wasn't even thinking of like, well, what if I just rented a room? I was like, oh fuck, yeah, we're just homeless, and I guess I'll fly back to Big Island and be van lifing. But right now, if I was going through this breakup and like the stress of the Volkswagen and the stress of like the trauma work I've been doing, if I was on Big Island doing van life right now, that'd be so tough. Like, if I was like on top of all of this, also like driving around at night trying to find a place to sleep and like trying to like make sure I have enough water and food and taking cold showers and shit, like it's such a blessing that me and Kali Cat reunited. We had been friends already, and we had even been in a fashion show together last year. Like, so we knew each other for sure, but this is the most we've like really dropped in and connected, and it's really a blessing of this time. And the whole way that we reconnected was because I had went to the temple. So that feels like a kind of synchronistic thing, because I had been just going through a really rough time, and I'm like, fuck, I need to like go to the temple, I need to go to kirtan and move some energy through. And then from there, everything flipped. Like, it was that night, like I went to the temple, and then the next day the Volkswagen broke. Well, the next day I actually hung out with friends. I saw Kali Cat that day again, I feel like, if I'm remembering right. And I hung out with another friend, Avi, because I just like ran into him around town. And then when I was leaving from there, the Volkswagen broke. Kali Cat picked me back up, and now I live in her house. Like, what? It just is crazy how the way the universe will make things happen so fast, all within 24 hours, basically. I'm so behind that I'm just gonna scroll all the way down pretty much. I'll read the ones with the badges. As I'm skimming through, I think that'll be my new strategy for reading the chat. When I get way behind like this, I'll like be quickly scrolling through, but the official Mooners, I will pause and read. Like, we have Valkyrie Feather Tarot in here. I saw your post, Valkyrie, of you wearing your Mooner hoodie. I love it so much. It looks so good on you. Aw, thank you. I'm hanging in here. We're hanging. Wow! Random FPV said, after my last breakup, I told myself I would be single and just focus on myself. Nearly 1 year to the day, I met my future wife. Wow! The universe rewarded your work of solitude and focusing on yourself. I'm hoping that the same thing happens to me. I mean, not that I'm like, I don't like have to be in a relationship, you know, like I spent all of college single and was fine, you know, but there's just a big part of me that really loves partnership. I love cuddling every night and like all of the affection and just getting to know someone on that deep of a level. Like, I really cherish that, and I'm so sad that it didn't work out with my last one, but I know that something will come around. Like, when something leaves our life, it's to make room for something better. So I'm trying to remind myself. And now I'm back to fucking crying. Ah! What the hell? How am I supposed to stream? We're just doing it. We're here. Oh, someone sent a super chat. Hey! Thank you, Homelander SS, for 10 Canadian dollars. Did you ever burn the old ukulele with the bad juju? Okay, so to touch on that, no, it's still intact. It's in the Moonermobile, or in my storage. It's somewhere on Big Island. I do still plan on burning that one, but now see the timing of it and the divine like synchronicity of me not having burnt it yet. Because remember, I had told you guys that I was burning it because it has some really dark energetic ties to my past, and it's been a huge hurdle of something I've been working through that I realized was affecting me way more than I even knew it could, as I learned more about psychology and how our youthful years really shape the way we perceive the world. Like, basically, I had a scenario when I was very young that really fucked me up, like, seriously. So, the ukulele has to do with that scenario. That's as detailed as I'll get. But I want to burn it, and there hasn't been a good opportunity to. There hasn't been like the perfect moment of like, oh, now's the time to burn the ook. And now I see that a lot of other shit had to play out first that is on that healing journey. And as I say that, it's 11:11. Literally everything's so synchronized lately. Okay. There was a lot of other shit that I needed to work through first before I can fully release that scenario. Like, there's still more of it to explore, including that I finally talked to my family about it like a couple weeks ago, which is absolutely insane because I thought I was taking that shit to the grave. Like, for a while there, I literally, and yeah, it's out in the open now. And so I'm really glad that I didn't already burn that ook, because okay, now when I burn it, it'll be even more cathartic because it's been worked through deeper. And now I'm going through this breakup where I'm working through a lot of traumas associated with that event that negatively impacted this relationship. Like, I'm so serious about my health and well-being and spiritual healing journey right now. Like, that is the focus. That's why I'm just like, even though Van on the Moon got double the subscribers this month, it is on the back burner because my healing is on the front right now. I'm sorry that this is not just like a fun, silly live stream and we're talking about a lot of like really serious, heavy topics, but this is just what my life is right now. And right now, I literally am like escaping homelessness for the first time in 2 years. Like, that's really pivotal. But when you think about it, like, I've been homeless for 2 years basically. And so, of course, the cool down period would be a little tricky. You know, I'm in a weird state of being right now, but I'm thankful that you guys are willing to witness me anyway. Because witnessing myself right now is very strange. Kevin Mack said, what's cool is you have a community of mooners and trolls to bounce ideas and hear advice. You're not alone. We all love you and want the best for you. Thank you so much. Yeah, this community does help me. Like, even right now, I'm really grateful that I just have you guys to talk to. I have like friends and family members I can talk to too, but having this big of a support group is really amazing, and this many people to just witness my experience as being this human named Molly and all of the weird intricacies that come along with it, all the pain. JJ said, the best art is born of pain. Yeah, I'm gonna be making a lot of art with this pain. I already started. I made a song about the pain. I'm curious if anyone caught that in the Van on the Moon episode. Victor said, I think we heal each other here in these chats. I think so too. Like, it has been really healing to connect with you all, and we just like go with the flow. Every Saturday we are just here to see what happens and to be receptive to the universe. Valkyrie said that her and her partner have gone through like 4 breakups and they'll always end up back together. Sometimes it's meant to be, sometimes it isn't. But if it's meant to be, it will work out and he will come back. Yeah, Valkyrie, honestly, I'm really happy to hear that you guys are able to work through it and get back together. It's not completely out of the picture for me. Like, if he were to return to me and be like, I'm ready to see the light, and I am sorry, and I know what I did, and I see you, I finally understand, you know, then I'd be like, woohoo, yeah, let's fucking go. Like, I would be stoked, but I just don't. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. It would, you know, for me to get back into this, it'd be a tall order, you know, because there's been a lot of shit, and I know that I deserve a good life. I'm gonna make sure that I have a good life, which starts with me focusing on myself and creating a good life for myself, like, without counting on a relationship. Like, I'm gonna make sure I have plenty of abundance and plenty of self-love that's spilling over, plenty of just like health about me and good vibes pouring out. Like, that's what I'm focusing on, and then that will attract a very like being, you know. Me and my previous partner were having a really hard time, and it just wasn't. We tried to climb out of the crab bucket over and over again, and it just like, it's just fucking hard. Like, sometimes shit is just so fucking hard. Like, even when you love somebody, trying to like put the feelings aside, it just, too much. It was so, words can't even describe it. Like, oh, thank you, Orion, for the $2. Hi, beautiful. Time and distance will heal. Yeah, time will heal it for sure. That's why I'm just taking it a day at a time, a week at a time, just breathing through it. Cause like, this is my biggest breakup I've ever had, but it's not the only one I've had, So I'm like, okay, we've been here before where we thought someone was the one, and then it turns out that they were not the one. They were more so a a character in our path to help shape us into who we are and to help us expand our hearts. Not that there even is such thing as the one. I've been wondering lately if that's all just made up. Oh. I just realized that I'm hella behind. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, Victor. I made Victor cry. I honestly know that a lot of you guys like have been there witnessing the relationship, and like we're always so happy to see us together and super supportive of it. So this is like a hit on the whole community, honestly. Like, you guys won't be seeing him anymore. I mean, you guys can... I left his profiles, like, linked, and I'm not gonna delete every episode of everything he's been in. I'm not gonna delete the live streams he's in. Like, it's all part of my storyline, like, of my life. I'm documenting my whole life, so... I'm leaving those up, and you guys can still follow his whatnot. I don't think he's even streaming on it as much lately, but basically, if you guys miss him, he's still alive. We're just not working us to. But yeah, he was really super key in my life journey and the journey of this community. Like, he was one of the core mooners. Joker's Wild said, I live with complex childhood trauma. Life has always been so difficult. Yeah, CPTSD makes shit so fucking hard. I just can't even. Like, I'm healing through some shit, and it's hard. Even the healing through it process is fucking hard. But I think there's another end. Someone said it's okay to reach out for help. This is me reaching out to the world for help. If anyone's wondering if this is a cry for help, it is. Help me, please. Fuck, man. I just don't even... If anyone I know in real life is watching this, I know Cully Cat's watching and she won't judge me, but like if any of my just like casual friends IRL are watching this, they're probably like, what the fuck, this bitch is crazy. Why is she just on a live stream crying? I do this stream every week at the same time. It's part of my weekly schedule, and that for a while was like fine and dandy because I was just like super stoked every time I'm on the stream, but we've gotten so real here that I just have to show up as I am every week, and sometimes that means showing up as a damn mess who's crying and stuff. Random FPV said, we need an 8-hour loop of that song. Help me through the workday. I will actually... So I'm posting on Warm Pistachio the What the Fuck song in a loopable version, so you could just leave it looping over and over again. But I can also make a longer version that also loops. Okay, we're just gonna catch all the way up. Oh, Valkyrie pulled some tarot. Heck yes. Well, okay, first Valkyrie said, it's really hard. Words cannot explain the pain and suffering that love puts us through sometimes. Yeah, for real. Like, people who've been through it know the depths of how bad it hurts, but like, trying to explain it, you just can't even. I mean, poets explain it, I guess, but like, fuck, man. Like, knife in the heart, brink of death, just like, bleh. I'm doing okay right now, though. It's been cathartic. I've been having a cathartic time, including on this stream. I'll be streaming a lot to get through this breakup. This is my online support group. Thank you, all of you. Three of Swords, Ace of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Tell me good beginnings, heartbreak, good outcomes, fortunate news, wealth and abundance. Yes, Valkyrie. Those, yeah, the Three of Swords is accurate right now. The Three of Swords card in my deck is a heart with 3 swords stabbed in it. So yeah, that's an accurate card to have pulled right now. And yeah, the good outcomes and fortunate news and wealth and abundance. That's for sure happening because Van on the Moon's popping the fuck off right now. Like, I got a lot of views, so that helps. And I have my spot now, my little room, and you know, people have been ordering stuff off of my website. So yeah, the health, wealth, and abundance is forming around me. Victor was jealous of his hair. Yeah, he's got really amazing hair. Really amazing hair. You know, I still love him and really was really wanting that to work. I, for a while, thought, like, here's the one. Like, wow, I'm so lucky that I found my partner so early. But, like, because I was wrong. And there was some fucking crazy drama towards the end that I'm not even, I can't even, we're not even gonna bring it up, but I'm just like, fucking, other people coming into relationships and fucking with them, knowing that there's a relationship there, are a next level of disgusting low human. Like, there's some stuff I'm fucking mad about. But that aside, we've talked about that enough. We've talked about that enough in the stream. Oh, thank you, Victor, for $10. This cookies, Little Debbie's, and Ready Whip moment for all of us. Yeah, some cookies with whipped cream would be so good right now. Hey, I'm finally caught up with the chat. We made it. We made it to the bottom of the chat. Back to the room tour that I have totally neglected this whole stream. A more accurate title for the stream would have been I got fucking broken up with, but here we are. Room tour. This is yeah, someone, Big Juice, said, you're not a hobo anymore? Yeah, I'm not a hobo anymore. I have a room now. This is what it looks like. This little sushi guy sits right there for now. I want to hang this better. Right now it's just draped over a mirror that was already there, which the mirror is actually too high for me to properly. I can see like my eyebrows. That's all I can see in the mirror, so it's fine that it's covered now. And this is from the van. I've got this is my like closet space. That's my dresser. This painting is kind of just like one of those random big paintings you can get. Like, Kali Cat said she doesn't care about this art piece. It's not like an original or anything. So I actually want to paint over it. I want to leave the white roses, but paint more designs onto it. So I'm going to revamp that piece. I'm also going to paint the back of the desk, because if you guys look at how arranged, you'll see you'll see that this is how the desk is. I put it right here so that it would help split up the space a little bit, and it does help a lot because now I've got this area is my bed, and it's a separate like resting half of the room, and then on that side is like my work side, my studio creation side. So it feels good having some like energetic separation. And then going up these stairs through this door leads to the bathroom and shower, which you guys might be wondering, if there's only 2 doors and one goes to Kali's room and one goes to the bathroom, how do you get in and out? Yeah, I actually would just go through the bathroom or through Kali Cat's room, which I don't mind because most of the time the bathroom is just open anyway. So the only time I would need to go through Kali's room is if she's like in the shower or bathroom or something. So yeah, then down the stairs there is the desk and the nightstand. My bed. Let's turn this way. The prayer flags from in the Volkswagen. Yeah, the Volkswagen's pretty stripped down now. Here's art supplies. This is an art piece that someone gave me a couple weeks ago. Someone that I met at a park who was an artist and was like, here, take this piece. I feel called to give it to you. So that's a cute addition. And all of these art supplies were actually left here by one of Kali's friends. And so she was like, someone left all these art supplies here and doesn't want them anymore, so you can just go ahead and play with them. And so that's what I'm going to use when I paint the back of this, which is going to make that look even cuter. Like, look at that little studio space. It's so cute. I'll give a slow turn. I'll give a slow turn so you guys can get a better idea. And like the little swirls on top of the door, adorable. Yeah, this is my new spot. I'm still working on some of the curtains. This is my futon. This is a very cozy bed. I love that this futon was a synchronicity in itself. I had been looking on Facebook Market for a couple days, and there was futons that were like, you know, $200 and have a big old wooden frame. And this room is pretty small. It's plenty of space for me. I'm used to living in vans, so like I am not saying it as a complaint at all. Just factually speaking, this is a pretty small room. So having the like wooden part of a futon would take up most of it. So me and Kali were both agreeing. We're like, getting one with like the wooden frame, that would just be like a lot to haul up over here, but also just like take up too much space. Literally the next day, this one got posted for sale, just the pad, no wood, so perfect. And it's made of all organic material, and it was super clean, and it was only $25. Like, what? This futon was meant for me. Valkyrie said Kalikat is the shit. I love this. Thank you so much, Kalikat, for saving our moon goddess. Yes, big shout out to Kalikat. I love to see you guys giving her some love. Vic said it's a cozy looking room, especially when you add your good vibes and art. Yeah, I'm gonna be expanding into this space. Not too much because I'm still like, you know, nomadic in nature right now, but I'm gonna be adding stuff to make it just all cuter and like especially this area, like especially the streaming area. I want to be super cute because I want to do more streams here. I am finally downloading OBS onto my laptop, which has been so long awaited. So that's something, like, keep your eye out for sometime soon an OBS test stream pop up in the week to see how, you know, play around with the settings and stuff. Aw. Oh, Ryan said I pulled some tarot cards last week during the live too. I read them out, but I think you were only watching members. Aw, dang. Yeah, sorry, Ryan, I missed that. Sometimes when the chat is just flying way too fast, we gotta put it on members only. Especially when Kali was on. Oh, there was some moments where there was like 2,000 people in the room saying all type of crazy heinous shit. So we were like, okay, subscribers only mode. Can we meet some of your neighbors? Okay, funny enough, one of my neighbors walked past my window while I was showing off the door to the bathroom, and I felt self-conscious for a second. I was like, should I say hi? Like, but then it's weird because I'm like in my room. I don't know. I'm still figuring out the whole having neighbors thing. If you use Twitch's bandwidth test mode, make sure to uncheck the box when you're done. Oh, weird. Well, I honestly don't think I'll do it to Twitch. It'll probably be mainly to YouTube still, but I am gonna start multi-platform streaming a little bit. My toe dip in is gonna be the next art stream. I want to multicast doing a vertical stream, right, to this channel and my art Instagram, or maybe my normal Instagram, and like TikTok and stuff, like all the vertical platforms. I want to Facebook and stuff. I am gonna test out the multi-streaming. To test out another angle, which I hope my mics are working well right now, because there is a fan on blowing this way. But yeah, we'll try out this angle of the room, which is also super cute. So yeah, welcome to the I Don't Know Baby studio. There's going to be lots of art made here. The first piece of art that was made in this space was actually a song. So we're about to break out into the newest musical number. Your Facebook channel's growing also. Yeah, my Facebook's at like 40-something thousand followers. Facebook, I don't know, something, they like me on Facebook, but they also, I'm controversial on Facebook. My Facebook comment section, I don't even look at it barely anymore. Because for some reason, I'm very controversial on there. What happened to the van? Well, the Volkswagen is still broken, and it's parked at a friend's property, waiting to get fixed eventually. And the Dodge, the Moonermobile, is just, it's not broken. It's just at a friend's property waiting for me to get back to it. But for now, I'm just focusing on myself. I wrote a song right after the breakup, honestly. And in the midst of everything that was going on, I was just like freaking out and was like, what can help me feel okay right now? And I was like, singing would and playing my ukulele. That does help me most of the time. And then as I sat down to play, I was like, fuck, what song could even fit this moment right now? Nothing felt right. Like, nothing felt right in existence as a whole, let alone a song to represent what I was feeling. And so I was like, you know what? I'll just make my own song. And then I started looping, just saying what the fuck. And it was extremely cathartic. So I thought it would be nice to share that with you guys. Feel free to sing along. I'm just gonna loop through it for a while. This stream is like already way derailed and I've already spent a lot of it crying, so taking a couple minutes to just be singing and playing the ukulele, I think will be cathartic for us all. So, you know, people will be coming and going from the chat, all the more random people. But to the Mooners who are like the OGs, like the ones who are in the community, I hope that you're all about to just drop into some good vibe, acceptance that life is crazy and unpredictable and sometimes very confusing. So all you can do is just be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is right? So yeah, feel free to sing along. Wait, actually first we need a sound check. I'm using the mics. How's the ukulele sound? I'm hoping it actually shows up because one time that I was doing the stream, you guys said it was actually cutting the sound out, and I realized it's because I think the mic itself was on noise canceling. Where are your rings? Okay, David T. Most of the rings that I was wearing all this time were from my previous relationship. He had gotten me a lot of bling, and I wasn't even wearing all the rings he had gotten me. He knew I loved my bling, so he made sure I was taken care of in that regard. But right now, with us being like broken up and stuff, I just don't feel like I should be wearing them. I don't know, it just felt right to take them off. So you can see my tan lines. Sound is good. Hey. Yay, lots of people said the sound is good. Okay. We're gonna drop into some like a mooner meditation. Some mooner meditation music time. If anyone's wondering the chords, it'll be G, C, and A minor. Yay, the sound is clear. And I can still see the chat. What the fuck? 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 Sing it with me. What the fuck? 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 What the What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm actually excited to. I'm actually really excited to see how the chat's feeling about this one. This is my first release of an original song. My first release of an original song. What the fuck? 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 It's also not a set in stone song. It's just something to be looping around and playing with. Oh, there goes my microphone. The sprite is revolting. It jumped ship. It's like, I don't wanna. Why are you cursing at me? Let's see how the phone is being right here. Oh. This is actually, the lighting's okay, but for now, we'll leave it here for a second. I'm trying out a bunch of different angles of the stream to see what you guys like, because there's so many possibilities. In the van, I would basically sit on the bench and stay on the bench. Maybe sometimes go outside the sliding door, but like, now that I have a space, I can actually be cultivating like multiple locations for various vibes. But yeah, let's see what the Mooners have to say about the What the Fuck song. Peace and meditation state. Aww. Good vibes, positive energies flow. Thank you, Kevin Mack, for sending positive vibes. Orion was singing along, yay! And I'm so glad the audio worked out well. The audio on this episode of Van on the Moon from this morning was not great because I didn't use the mics. Everything was too hectic. I needed to just record it right away with my phone. But I'm gonna be getting back on my game. I've just been having such a hard time that I really fell off my game in a lot of regards. But like, now that I'm focusing on myself, like, I'm also gonna be like getting into a better swing of making high quality stuff again. I had fallen off, not gonna lie. I'm sure you guys noticed it too. I see people in the comments like, what the fuck? This will confuse the trolls, maybe even help them. Yeah, Kevin, I hope that this song helped heal some trolls today. That can be our go-to troll healing song. Is there a name to this song? WTF is what I'm thinking it'll be called. Just like all titled WTF. WTF in 432 hertz. Christian Nunez said, I think this is literally most people's theme song these days. Yeah, honestly, so I don't know about you guys, but I always have music playing in my head, and sometimes it'll be like really weird music that I'm like not enjoying. It's not even actual songs that like exist either. It'll just be like some weird ass sound playing. And finally, I've come to a place where I can control what sound is happening with my mind. It's all on the path of like self-mastery, you know? I can now choose what song is playing, and this What the Fuck song is gonna be one of my go-tos. Ever since I wrote it, I've been really feeling it and really just like letting that be what loops in my mind, because it's, to me, just like it touches on the elephant in the room, that there's bad shit going on, but it doesn't try to make any conclusions about it. It doesn't try to change anything. It's just, what the fuck? Just, I witnessed that, and that is sucking. What the fuck? So yeah, that's what that mantra means to me. Random FPV said, I need to play this to my customers with their weird requests. Mona made it her ringtone already. So if anyone wants to make it their ringtone, I can help you guys set that up. Random FPV also playing it to your customers, excellent idea. I'm gonna post it, the loop version, as a short, probably like, I don't know, sometime in the next couple of days. And I'm hoping that people use the audio for other videos. Random said there's that infectious smile. Yeah, I'm like, even though there's a lot of bad shit going on, like I said, I'm focusing on myself, and like there's definitely joy in that. Like I'm just fully sitting with myself and accepting myself and reflecting and spending time just thinking about who I am. And all in all, I think I'm really fucking awesome. I have my shadows and difficulty, like me being in a romantic relationship is really hard, but me just as a person and like as someone who's on the path of self-healing and like being super creative, like I really love who I am. So sitting with that is bringing me joy, just being in my own energy of loving myself. Like I said, I'm stepping into a goddess state, and it's because I'm worshiping myself. Is the ukulele actually quite big, or are you quite small? This is a concert size uk. It's not, I mean, yeah, it's a concert size. So if you're familiar with concert size uk, that's how big it is. It's not, there's smaller uks for sure. Like, this is basically the second size up. Smallest would be a soprano, and then there's concert, and then tenor, and then bass. So yeah, it's it's bigger than my old uk. Halloween versus Christmas? Halloween all the way. Halloween's my holiday. Next lyrics, something about luck. Ooh. It could be a good way to manifest some luck by singing about it. Aww. Valkyrie said, it instantly brought me to a calm place, and I can really connect, and it really resonated with me, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, I'm glad that it resonated with you and brought you some calm. Oh, Ryan said hanaho, hanaho, which anyone who doesn't know olelo or like any Hawaiian words, that means do it again. And if I'm not mistaken, we could totally go into another round. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm glad I'm not the only one that has music always in their head. Marcelo has it. Joker's Wild has it. Well, now you guys can have this music in your mind. Well, anytime, don't just be saying what the fuck all the time, but if you're going through a hard moment and there's some like really gnarly music playing in your mind, you can switch to this. That's basically what I wrote this song for, is to have something to switch to when there's the other like really weird music happening. Also, yes, Greg, that was in 432. I had never tuned my uk to 432 before until the past couple days. Kevin Mack said, swimming through muck, life dies, not have to suck. Swimming through muck, life does not have to suck. When you feel low, just ask yourself, what the fuck? Poetry! Thank you, Kevin Mack. Oh, Marcelo Coman said, I've been a mooner for a year now, but I can't afford to officially have a badge. I have been seeing your username pop up for a long time now. It's okay to not have the badge. The badge is totally optional. You guys coming to the stream and hanging out with me is what makes you a mooner. The badge is just like a fun addition. Vic said, if you laugh, cry, and smile in a day, you've had a busy day. Yeah, I've been having a lot of busy days then. Because my emotions have been like all over the place. Someone asked, are you homeless? It's funny you ask because I am freshly not homeless. After 2 years of being homeless, I have a bedroom with a super nice futon and the whole studio space. I love it. It's really amazing. And now I can actually kind of like relax into the stream more because I'm not like, oh, is my phone about to overheat? Oh, am I in a place that has good Wi-Fi? La la la. All that bullshit stuff. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more streams happening now. Again and again. Play it again, please. We can totally do another round of the what the fuck song if everybody's here for it. Courageous Cully Cat said 432 was elite. Yeah, Cully Cat and our friend Chad and our friend Johnny, basically all of our friends who were like hanging out outside of the temple the other night, jamming, were like turned to this guy who had an ukulele and were like, your stuff's not in 432, what are you doing? And so, that's like kind of what put it more on my radar. I had heard people say it before, but I didn't realize it was such a noticeable difference because I wasn't able to notice the difference myself. And to hear them pick it out so quickly, I was like, oh wow, so that is like really impactful what frequency you tune your instrument to. And then they explained it to me how it's like basically the frequency of the earth, and that 440 hertz, which is what most modern music is tuned to, is actually like not as harmonious, and I guess like makes your brain feel a little more chaotic on edge. Like it's a really interesting thing. So Cully Cat's tuner is set to 432, and so we did my ook at the beach, and it just like automatically felt way better and sounded way better. Like this is another piece of that journey I was talking about of me burning my other ook, and how that the dark energetic tie that it has was holding back my musical expression and like closing off my throat chakra. I think that part of the healing through that journey is that now I will be playing in 432 like pretty much always. I don't have a reason to switch back to 440. Especially when it was making me feel that way. I'm also being more mindful of what songs I cover, because like some of the lyrics, I'm like, I don't want to be singing that. Would you ever cut your hair short? I've had short hair multiple times in my life, but now I'm gonna be having, I'm just gonna grow my dreads. I'm gonna let my jatas, my locks, just go as long as they want to. Well, I think we can do another round of the song. This time we'll try it in a different location and see what you guys think of this. Mm. Okay, that's a pretty good angle. I can get out my stool. What? Thank you, J-Man, for the singing dog. Someone said the first thing I did after a stint of being homeless was make brownies. It's the little things like baking that I missed, and I felt so cozy. What have you missed? I missed being able to just like sleep in and take a long hot shower and to wake up and have a day where I'm just like in the spot all day. Like, you know, I love, like, yesterday I did not leave this house. I love a good day of not going anywhere. Okay. Someone said, anyway, here's Wonderwall. Okay, I've specifically refrained from learning that song because it's such a cliche. I do play some cliche songs though. For example, I am a white girl with an ukulele that plays Riptide, and that's as cliche as I'll get in this lifetime. Let's see how this vibe looks. The first stream of my new room, getting to try out all the new locations. Oh yeah, this is a pretty cool, that's a pretty cool set. Don't knock Riptide. I love Riptide. Don't get me wrong. It's I love playing that song. Also, yeah, please don't spam, guys. Will you do any live cooking? Ooh, that would be fun, actually. I would be so distracted. You guys know I'd be burning shit. We can try. I did a live cooking before, actually, on... I cooked mac and cheese in the van on the live stream. I've cooked eggs on the live stream in the van. And I think I did one cooking stream. Technically, during the 24-hour stream, I made some food. But, yeah. I think I made pad thai. But yeah, other than that, no cooking stream. So that could be interesting to dip into. Shine bright like a diamond. That song reminds me of my dad because he used to sing that a lot. He'd just be walking around the house like, shine bright like a diamond. Ooh, 14 ripe avocados. Congratulations, random FPV. Guac for days. Thank you for coming, Orion. Hey, Valkyrie said I'm never shaving my pits. Yeah, me neither. Fuck it. I like it. What? What's anybody gonna say? I like it. Like, I don't have to explain why I like it. All I can say is that I do. And so there it is. I actually do have a video explaining. If anyone's like really wanting to know why I have hairy armpits, look at my one that's titled F Your Beauty Standards. How old is my dad? Like late 50s? Question mark? Mid to late 50s? Ah, Tara's music. I'm glad you find your way to my channel. It's not hair, it's fur. Yeah, this is just my fur. Don't worry, don't fret, guys. But for the people who are fretting, I'll play you a song. The first ever Warm Piss original song titled WTF. Feel free to sing along. I'm gonna do another good just like looping through. Plus, you guys can let me know what you think of this new setup. I love the pink lamp. Cully Cat gave me that lamp, and it added so much to the space. I kind of fell off at the end there, but we got some looping for just some good like vibing, meditating, releasing. Victor said, where else can you get spontaneous entertainment like this? Exactly. All you gotta do is pull up a stool, sit on it, and make some noise. That's all that is needed. Anyone can be a star. Great ringtone. Yeah, Mullet Mona's a genius. It's my ringtone too now. So she said it for if me or the mama reader calls her. I said it so now literally anyone that calls me, that is what plays. What? Random FPV used to have locks? Cut them off 17 years ago. Well, if you want your ears to be warm again, better start your next set, Random FPV. Ah! Marcelo Coman said, I'm finally gonna buy a van. Hell yeah. I wish you luck on your journey. I'm so grateful for van life. I know it's like, oh, but I just rented a room. Obviously, it's not that great. That's after 2 years. Like, early on, And in the middle, a great time. It was time for me to move on, but getting the experiences I did in the beginning and middle were worth it. I can tell you that. Kevin Mack said, this will go viral and everyone will be singing the What the Fuck song. I hope so. I hope so. We'll see how the video does when I post it. You know how the algorithm is. Stuff is like... Things are hit or miss online. The algorithm is a mystery. Thank you for the unk alert. Homelander. Why do you think the Man on the Moon channel exploded with subs? It gained 20k in 2 weeks. It's because 2 of my videos went viral, like millions of views. Kalika is so sweet. ASMR time, we totally should. Hey, Mars sent $5. Thank you so much. Let's see what Mars said. No matter what the situation, Molly, someone manages to send some good vibes to us. I love sending you guys good vibes. I love to even when my shit's falling apart, I'm like, this is one of my purposes in life. It helps me find in life having a purpose is like pretty important. Like, it's even studied to be important in mental health. Like, having a purpose in life is one of the key markers to keep you out of depression and stuff. So, to me, having finally found a purpose and having it reflected back by so many people that I'm just here to spread good vibes on the internet and be like a cozy corner of the web where we can just be and talk about existence and explore creation. It feels good. It feels good, and it feels even better when people also reflect that back to me, like all of you mooners. Yeah, it was the speedometer video. The speedometer video has gotten like 1.5 million views, still going up. And the one of me showing off my Volkswagen thick ass manual, which I know why that one's going viral. I honestly think I shot it at the beach. And so I'm like in a bikini, obviously, and holding the book. And so it makes the book look even more crazy big. And also, I mean, people are being like a little bit pervy in the comments, so I'm like, okay, I see that part of why it's getting a lot of views is because I'm in a bikini. But I've been having to come to terms with that and realize there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if it just adds a little flair to the video. I'm in a bikini in the speedometer video too. And I'm like, that's what I wear a lot of the time. I live on Maui. Like, I'm in a bikini a lot of the time, and getting dressed for a video, you know, putting on clothes feels less authentic than just turning on the camera as I am, you know? Like, because I was already working on the speedometer thing before I started filming, and then I was like, oh, I should be filming this because I'm fixing the van. People would want to see this, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't want to get dressed. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck them. I don't have to get dressed. And then the video got viral. So it just proves that when you go with when you just follow your path without trying to adjust as much for other people, you will be better off. Make the song available as free music so people can use it for posts. The What the Fuck song. Yeah, once I post it to like Instagram, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and all that, it automatically makes it into a sound that people can use. Well, I have my profile set to be like, my content is usable by other people. So Yeah, maybe people will make some videos with that as the background energy. Uh, Sineko is having a hard breakup too, it sounds like. It's okay. That's what this space is here for. When we're going through hard stuff, I'm speaking from personal experience. Like when we're having a really hard moment in life and we just want to feel okay and like have something to soothe us, I often will turn on YouTube. And so I now like being that space on YouTube that's just like a cozy, silly vibe. Like while the world is burning, at least we can come gather on the internet and still have like a lighthearted, silly vibe sometimes. So yeah, even though you're having a really hard time, I'm really glad you found your way here. And I feel you. I'm in a breakup right now too, and it's super painful. But like, we're moving into the next chapter of our lives. The only thing constant in life is change. Change is the only constant in life. Nick WF said, so funny, watched loads this week after the broken speedo vid. Whoa! Wow. Cool glasses. Did you guys all see those too? I'm curious, when people send me gifts like that, are you guys also seeing them? Thank you, by the way. Thank you, Homelander, for the kaleidoscope glasses. I have a pair of goggles, super. I just realized those are probably still in the Volkswagen. I'll need to grab those. I keep remembering stuff that's still in there. Yeah. So Nick WF said that he watched a bunch of videos after the broken speedo vid, and that's what happened with a lot of people. So those two videos that went viral on Fun on the Moon did definitely lead people to then watching my other stuff, because a lot of the channel is just like going off right now, which is helping me. I actually, so a little brief look into my finances. I don't get any of my money until like a month after it hits my YouTube. So like the money I'm living off of right now was last month's views. So Van on the Moon getting a shit ton of views this month. Next month, on the 22nd of every month, basically, I get my payout. So August 22nd, I'll have a nice little chunk arrive to me. So I'm looking forward to that. And this is hyping me up to want to post more shorts. Because, like, honestly, the shorts are getting more views right now than the long form ones. And they're more fun to make. They're easier to make. I like the quick turnaround because I don't have to have as much mental bandwidth of trying to construct, like, a whole week-long storyline into a digestible, engaging video. If I'm just posting shorts more often, that actually makes the plot line easier to portray. So let me know what you guys think about me switching. Not that I would give up long-form content for good, but I would actually be doing myself a service if I switched to making more shorts and not dedicating so much of myself to making the long videos. So yeah, I'm curious what you guys would feel about that. Aaron Venata is asking about my lowest of low and how I got out of it. Man, I don't even think I can get into that right now. I would say my lowest point ever was... That's hard to say. That's hard to say because different times were low for different reasons. But honestly, my lowest of low points are not even YouTube friendly. The Happy Badger said, "You're so positive. Almost nobody can make me smile, but you do." I'm surprised that no one can make you smile with the name Happy Badger. I would think you'd be smiling all the time. I'm happy I can bring some smiles to your Saturday, though. That's a good idea, Kevin Mack. I have had a lot of what the fuck moments with the Volkswagen. I could use the what the fuck song as a backtracking or just like a montage of shit going bad. David D said post more shorts and do a long video every week. So see, the editing takes a long time. Yesterday I spent all day editing for this week's Van on the Moon episode. And it's not even guaranteed that it'll get a bunch of views, you know? So yeah, it's like there's more risk involved with posting the long ones. With the short ones, it's actually less risky because it's like, okay, when videos flop, at least I didn't waste like a whole entire week making it. And the short videos have been making more money than the long ones lately, oddly enough. It sounds backwards, right? But really, the shorts, especially since I'm monetized on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube, so those, when I make short videos, they actually get monetized on 3 platforms. So I'm just feeling into some stuff and considering doing a little, like, as part of my self-care and deciding to slow things down for myself, I might not put as much pressure to make these, like, TV style episodes anymore. I'm glad you guys liked the pop-up streams. There will be more because I'm gonna, oh, not frozen. Sorry, I was probably looked frozen because I was so focused on the chat. I've been just yapping and yapping away, barely looking at the chat this stream. And it's like it's almost 2 hours already. Holy crap. It feels good. It really feels good streaming in this room. Like, I will be doing streams more often now that I'm in here, especially that I'm not having to like go track down Wi-Fi and then being like, oh fuck, it's like super hot in the van, so the phone is overheating. Like, wow. Only 200 more subscribers to reach 25K on this channel. Yay! Thank you for the update, Chloe. I'm curious what Van on the Moon is at now, because this morning it was at like 46K something. And I'm curious, because I'm sure it's going up still. I posted a new video today, so yeah, definitely still going up. Thank you for the gifts. Yeah, that's true. A lot of YouTubers do disappear from getting burnt out. That's why I'm trying to take things a little more easy on myself. I'm like, fuck, like doing a live stream for sure every week feels good and easy for me to maintain because there's not like a bunch of, I don't have to spend the whole day before a live stream preparing, and I don't have to spend like the whole week filming, you know? The live streams, easy, always will be cranking. And the short videos, I have so much fun making. Like, but the long ones I've been starting to feel burnt out specifically about the long ones. Like, I'm not burnt out on YouTube. I'm still very much like gung-ho about making content. But yeah, the cranking out TV style episodes is getting old. David T said, this is your job. Get on it. Yeah, that's true. It is kind of my job. But what I'm saying is that the short videos are actually making more money right now. So like doing the long form videos is more work. I honestly experience a good amount of suffering while I'm making them, as I'm just plugging away for like 10 hours straight on my laptop. Whereas I could make a short video and have even more potential to make more money. So I would be working smarter, not harder, basically. Also, yes, this is a Koa Wood Ook by Ortega Guitars. This is the Eclipse. Not sponsored. I bought this, but I'm proud of it. So yes, I will take this opportunity to show it off since you asked. Staring contest. Okay, I think I'll win that one. Where's Kali Cat? She's up on the mountain hanging with some friends right now. Yeah, Kevin Mack said what has happened is the TikTok people and their short attention span mindset has migrated to YouTube. It really has. TikTok changed the whole game. Like, people like the short videos better. Like, they just really get more reach. They get more money. They are easier to make. They're fun and more casual. It kind of took over, and I'm torn about it because there's part of me that's like really wanting to resist the change the internet's going through, and the other half of me is like, the best thing to do in change is to like lean into it and embrace it. 47.6K. New World, is that the Van on the Moon count? Because if so, wow. We're gonna be at 50K like by next weekend. So yeah, the auction, the Sniff Here shirt is gonna not be exactly at 50K because I don't think I'm ready to fly back to Big Island like this week. And yeah, I agree. It's so ironic that Van on the Moon took off, more than doubled in subs the same week I move indoors. I'm like, what the fuck kind of sign from the universe is that? Does it mean I'm supposed to, like, is it a sign that it's a good thing I moved into a room? Or is it a sign, like, is the universe being like, wait, but van life? Like, I don't know how to read this. It's definitely a sign, but I don't know what it means. $46.8K on Van on the Moon. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for the update. Oh, Kalika said you are glorious, Molly. Thank you. Kalika has been so supportive and just saying so many nice things all the time. It's amazing. She just always speaking positivity. It's very inspiring. Thank you for the little heart hand. Finger heart. Thank you, James Bull 78. I like when people do the little hearts tiny like that. Also, look at my nails. I always keep the right hand nails ridiculously long because it's nice to be able to like pluck with. And then I always cut the short left hand so that I can actually like hit the chords better, and also just have a hand that has short nails for anything I need short nails for. The best of both worlds. Your hands don't have to match. Molly, you deserve some sponsorships. Update. I'm so glad you just said that, Victor, because I totally forgot to tell you guys. Rena G finally reached out. Rena G, the solar panel brand. Remember, I've been saying like, oh, I want to get panels on the Moonermobile, but I don't want to have to buy them. Like, I know a brand will send them to me eventually. I was thinking it would be like Bouge RV or something, one of the lower end brands with solar setups, which Bouge RV did reach out, but then when I started talking about having them ship it to Hawaii, they got real quiet. Plus, they weren't gonna send me as full of a kit as I want. But I've been in talks with Rena G for the past couple of days, and they're talking about sending me literally a $2,000 full solar setup kit. It comes with a big ol' hard panel. I'm not gonna do flexi panels on the Moonermobile. It'll be an actual rigid panel, 200 watts, and it comes with a battery, a inverter, and a charge controller, and the wiring, and the switches. Basically, it comes with literally everything to do a complete solar setup. It's their, they call them solution kits. Here I am already advertising for them, and they haven't even sent it to me yet. But I'm just excited about this because getting a $2,000 solar setup for free is pretty amazing. So that might be the first big sponsorship, and that's exciting. The other sponsorship that I got reached out about was called World Packers. They're like a traveling company, but it's more like eco traveling and like learning about culture and stuff. You know, it's like, it's not just like, oh, go to a resort and drink alcohol. It's like you go and like volunteer at marine reserves and like go have like cultural immersive experiences and stuff. So they reached out, and basically what they're offering me is a free trip of my choice from their catalog of trips. And then they will have me advertise the trip, and whoever signs up for it would be traveling there at the same time as me. So we would all go on this trip together, and then I would get like a percentage of anyone who bought a ticket because of me. I would get like a percentage of that. So I'm like, that sounds kind of cool. But also, with how many psychos there are in the world, I'm like, is that even safe? But it seems like a lot of people are doing it. So it's like relatively safe. You're at a facility, like, so you're not just like, I wouldn't be just like out in the jungle with these random people alone. I'd be with professional, you know, like a professional travel team. So there's actually a good amount of sponsorships rolling in right now. Oh, thank you for the $1.99 sub, Rosa. Thank you. And Random FPV said, don't forget to like and subscribe, peoples. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. I do not say that hardly enough. Get on the moon, subs doubled. Yeah, I don't have to take winter into account when I'm deciding what to do. That's a nice touch of living in Hawaii. Oh, someone asked about my necklace. This is a fluorite. A lot of people always call it an amethyst, and they're valid. It does definitely look like an amethyst, but technically it's a fluorite. It just happens to be a cut of mainly the purple part, because fluorite has like various different colors, mainly purples and teals and like kind of seafoam green. So you could see some of that like seafoam green on the edge right there. But yeah, when I wear it this way, it definitely looks like an amethyst. Do you have dimples? Kind of. Like, think on that side. Not so much on that side. For some reason, they only show up on the right half of my face. Butterfat Farm said, now that you're not living in the V-dub and dependent on it, you can work on it at your leisure. Leave all the bad vibes behind and stop yapping about selling it or burning it. That's so true. Yeah, I'm just gonna give the Volkswagen a rest for a bit. Now that it's at George's, I don't actually know how long it's gonna take him to fix it. So I'm just like surrendering, and I'm like, you know what? I'm seeing it as a blessing that it's just at a spot that I know it's fine. You know, like George isn't gonna do anything bad to it, and I don't think a bunch of people go to his property. Like, it's not getting fucked with there. Even if it doesn't get fixed right away, at least it has somewhere to be, rather than what I used to do, which is just park it on random streets and leave it. I would literally just like park on a random street and hop on a plane. Like, what? Now it's on a property, so I'm like, it can just be there, and I'll get the Mooner Mobile back at some point, and I'm here on Maui in this spot, feeling things out, and if I am really, like, if these next couple weeks feel really good, and I'm just, like, really feeling called to stay on Maui longer, then I might just get a little car to have something to drive around, something, like, reliable, so... Yeah, I'm going through some major changes right now. I might live in a house and have a car. Like, what? What? Then again, I'm like, I could just get a very reliable van. One that's not like, you know, one that's not as cute. Like, the Volkswagen is super cute, super vibey. But all in all, like, with how unreliable it is, it's not worth it anymore. And that shows a shift in my perspective of being so fucking vain and superficial that I was fine with having a really shitty van that like didn't have horsepower, didn't barely run half the time, just because of the superficiality of it being such a cute aesthetic. Whereas now I realize that looks aren't as important as we put a lot of weight onto them. Yes, looks help, and I'm grateful to be like a good-looking person. I think it helps with my online pursuit. But as far as like superficiality, I'm trying to really lean away from that. And one step of that journey will be me just getting a plain ass van. Like, I'm talking like a Toyota Sienna type vibe, just like simple and reliable. Thank you, Montour, for that bus. Wow, a random FPV is an electrician of 27 years. Wow, that's a long time. You'd need a ukulele sponsor too, one of the Hawaiian-made brands. Oh my gosh, if I could get one of the big three, they call them the big Ks or something, or the 3Ks. There's 3 big Hawaiian ukulele brands that all start with K. And so they're like the highly revered ones, and I looked at them, but they were so expensive. Like, man, there was a couple of really gorgeous ones from the brand. I wish I could remember exactly what the name was. It's the one that the inlay up here is like a K. I was looking at those, I'm like, oh, they're so gorgeous, but they're like $2,000. This one was like $300 to give you an idea. So getting a $2,000 instrument was out of my budget. I'm really happy with this one though. Have you listened to any Alan Watts philosophy talks lately? Yes, I love Alan Watts. It's been helping me just come to terms with existence and find some peace. Highly recommend. If anyone hasn't listened to Alan Watts before, check him out. Be careful though, because there are YouTube accounts putting out like AI generated versions of his talks, which is weird and sus. So yeah, just make sure you're actually listening to him. Keep your eye out for the fake ones. Hey, Dank Drew's in here. Hey Molly, how you been? Just tuning in. I've been okay. I've been like, you know, going through as much chaos and hardship as usual. But things are turning around. I have a room now, so I'm gonna be in here and just regulating my nervous system for the next couple weeks at least. It's been over 2 hours, but I'm just liking kicking it. Oh, you know what we should try actually? I haven't done any streaming sitting at my desk yet. This is where I keep my ook. Let's see how this looks. Oh, cute. Very cute. Now, with my laptop too. Guys, this is a good spot. I can actually pull the chat up on my laptop. So this is going to be similar to how it is like anytime I'm doing an OBS stream. So for example, say if I finally did the reacting to the first episode of Man on the Moon stream or something, you know. Basically, I would be sitting here with my laptop and me and the laptop shot would be like either the top or bottom half of the screen, and then the video would be playing on the other half of the screen, so we're watching it together, and I'll be able to be seeing the chat on my laptop. So yeah, that's the plan of what I'm trying to do with this space. And right now we're gonna kind of test that out with me pulling up this stream right now and looking at the chat. Okay, yeah, so now I can see myself on my laptop. It's so nice that I have a desk now. You look like you're ready to read the news. Yeah, you guys, I can become a literal news broadcaster. Basically, I just am a newscaster for my own life. Like, I have a weekly report to tell you all of what happened in the Mollyverse. Stickers are fire, thank you. Some of them are designed by me, like the Van on the Moon sticker, the Warm Pistachio, aka Warm Piss sticker, IDKB, which is getting revamped soon. These are almost out of stock. I just packaged up 3 sticker orders yesterday. If anybody is interested in my stickers, you can go check out idontknowbabyLLC and order some, and I packaged them myself. This is a sticker that Mullet Mona helped me design. She drew the face. She drew me, the shroom head. Thank you for the gift, James Bull. Wow, it's so weird seeing seeing myself looking at my laptop right now through the screen. Victor said, I wish I had my old desk that my mom gave me a long time ago. I would donate it to you and ship it to you. It was probably a very beautiful desk. From what you've told me about your mom so far, she seems to have really good taste. Because if I remember right, I feel like I remember you telling us all about some quilting and stuff she did. I need this shroom sticker. The shroom head sticker or this sticker. This one I got at the tattoo and piercing shop. I don't have any ink. Like, I don't have any tats on my body, but I do have quite a few piercings. And my most recent piercing I got, this was my little souvenir. Both. Well, this one you can find on my website. This one, I don't remember the artist's name. I think she's the tattoo artist at that shop. Did you ever try salvia? No, I have not. I've heard insane things about it, and I don't know that I will. I don't think I will try that one. Oh, Greg, thanks for coming out. I'm glad you liked it, and I'm glad you felt welcome here. The Mooner stream is a safe space. Safe space for anyone, even the trolls. The trolls just get muted so we don't have to see what they're saying, but they can still be here and be saying shit. Well, Vic's mom turned 93 yesterday. Wow. That's a good long lifespan. I hope she's had a beautiful life. I'm sure she has. I'm sure she's had all of the ups and downs and intricacies that come along with life also, but hopefully mostly beauty. Ever been scrubbing diving? I feel like they meant to say scuba diving. So, if I've been scuba diving, yes. I actually have multiple scuba certifications, which I'm realizing now I don't think I've ever even told you guys about yet. I have my open water, my advanced, my rescue, and my teacher assistant. I have a lot of scuba certifications. My time in Santa Cruz, I was diving a lot. I love the kelp forests out there, and in Monterey. So, yeah, I wrecked it up. But then once I got out to the islands, I just really have been into the free diving because you don't have to bring as much gear. There's not as much prep. There's not as much cleanup after. And I get better workout. Like, I get genuinely so much more exercise from freediving because you're doing more active swimming as you go and dive down each time and come up, whereas with scuba the workout does not happen in the water. It happens while you're breaking your back trying to haul your big ass tank to the dive location and then haul it back after. So I was like, I'd rather get my exercise in the water. So yeah, I'm free dive now. Dank Drew said salvia's only like 15 minutes but profound. Okay, so maybe it's similar to like Dimitri question mark, if you know what I'm saying. The head shops have it. Just because stuff is legal doesn't make it, you know. I've heard that people can buy salvia at like a gas station. I don't even know if we're allowed to be talking about this show on YouTube. I guess you can if they sell it at the gas station in the head shop. Yeah, I don't know if we should talk about as much substance stuff because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube. We do not condone the use of any illegal substances. Not on this channel. People say they've lived whole lives in those 15 minutes on salvia. Yeah, so that sounds very similar to Dimitri. The stuff at the gas station is poison. Yeah, that's what I would have guessed too. I don't think I would trust anything like that from the gas station. I don't even eat the food from the gas station. Like, they will be having like a cup of fruit at the gas station even, and I just don't trust it. How much weight do you wear freediving? Most of the time, none, because I'm not even wearing a wetsuit. And I'm still able to go pretty far down. I don't go I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, 100 feet down, crazy style like that. The deepest I have free dove was around 45 feet, which is, everything's relative. To some people that's very impressive, to other people it's like, man, I can do double that. So to me, that's where I found my limit. And I wasn't wearing weights, it was just like mask, fin, bikini. Weights does make it easier to freedive because you're not having to like fight buoyancy swimming down. But then it's also a little more risky because then now you have weight on you and you're neutrally buoyant rather than being floaty, where if something happens your body will float kind of vibe, you know. Aw, thank you, Marcus Tarantas, for the laughing disco. I'm having like this weird hair up my ass to start painting right now, but I feel like now is not the time. It would be a different stream because this stream I already was like being crazy in the first half and like crying and stuff. So the painting stream is gonna be a different stream. Oh shit. Thank you, Kalika. She said, amazing stream so far, love. I'm amazed that you're still watching. Honestly, a lot of people that I know in real life, I don't expect them to watch my streams because they see me so much in real life. So it's cool when I see any of my like in real life friends like actually watching the stream. Oh, what? Speaking of IRL friends, Kayla, my cousin, is in here. She said, I love you, cuz, lol. Hell yeah. I love you too, cuz. I'm excited to see you in October. Is Long Larry still kicking around? No, Long Larry fell out. Anyone who doesn't know who Long Larry is, he was an armpit hair of mine, which we've talked about him quite a few times, so I'll talk about him one more time. My armpit hair has been growing out for multiple years now, I think. It's been a while. And it's all pretty long and about the same length, except for this one hair that grew to be way longer than the rest, like double as long as any other armpit hair I had, and I kept track of it, and he was there for a while. He was basically a guest star on the stream, and we were doing like part of my weekly check-in was like, how long is Long Larry? And then at some point he was just gone. So yeah, Long Larry's gone. Something happened. He just fell out. Probably just, I mean, hair grows in cycles and growth phases and then shedding phases. So I think Long Larry just was like in the growth phase for longer than normal, and then was there dormant for a while, and then had reached the shedding phase. Or maybe he got caught on something and ripped out. Yeah, rest in peace, Long Larry. There was one day that I almost pulled Long Larry on the stream. And then I was like, no, actually I'm not going to, because I want to keep Long Larry. But that's stupid, because if I were to have pulled Long Larry, I would have kept track of him, versus I didn't pull Long Larry, so now he's just gone. I don't know. He could have fell out in the ocean. He could have fell out in the jungle. He could have got vacuumed up somewhere, blowing in the wind. Maybe Long Larry. You know what I want to think? What I would like to think is that Long Larry is now part of a bird's nest. Somewhere there's a bird that found Long Larry on the ground and carried Long Larry up to their nest, and there's a baby chick sitting on him. Larry ended up on the soap. It's funny you say that, because most people say that I don't use soap, so that's a change of pace. Someone asked, how are you ever a hobo? What's that definition? I may not understand. Someone who doesn't have a house. Like, it's just a homeless person, basically. I haven't had a house in over 2 years, but now I'm renting a room from a friend, and I'm technically not homeless anymore. This is my home. Welcome to my home. My studio. Which is helping me, honestly. Being on the stream right now, showing off the space, is helping me root into it more. Like I've said on the streams before, sometimes things don't feel actualized in my life until I've like posted about it, which is a weird twisted thing, but it's just how my brain works. I'm like, once I've documented it digitally, it feels set in stone. Like, it's like, boom, okay, it's laid in there. So I have a room. And it's now documented and announced, and so it feels actualized. And my phone is almost dying, so we're gonna have to unplug the microphones soon. Not quite. We have a little bit of time. Oh yeah, Honda and Toyota. I agree with you guys. That's what I'm thinking. Also, yes, Kamaka. Exactly, Sabrosa and Josh. Kamaka. Those were the ooks I was looking at. They're so nice. They're so nice, but they're just so expensive. Maui is amazing. Do you ever get island fever, though? Yes, I get island fever. I get island fever so bad that I moved. I got island fever so bad that I literally moved to a different island. And then moved back, kinda, right now. And I go on like month-long trips to Arizona. Island fever is real. Island fever is real. But now that I'm coming into like more abundance, and I'm actually going to be actively trying to build myself rather than just being like, oh, I'm doing this for fun. Like, I'm now pursuing this. I'm trying to make a name for myself and create enough financial abundance to be able to do way more. Like, to be able to afford renting a room and to afford to travel and do all the projects I want to do. So me being in this studio is helping me build that foundation and set that intention. Benny the Bush. Benny Worm. Benny Worm. I miss Benny Worm. That's something I'm gonna find when I do go back to Big Island. One of my missions is to find Benny Worm. Kayla, my cousin, said, you probably could have sold Long Larry. Dude, dead ass. I feel like if I posted Long Larry on an auction, someone would buy him. Not even that they would be like, not even that it's because they would want an armpit hair, but just because it's so funny and random and niche of a collectible item. Yet weave him into the Benny Worm. That actually crossed my mind too with Long Larry. I'm like, I could just add him to my locks. Have you ever parked your van on the road to Hana to sleep? No. I've heard a lot of people advise me against that. It's not very safe, basically. So no. Though it would be beautiful. I love that drive. And all the waterfalls along it. Oh, Kevin Max said you could dollop each of those bricks in the canvas with Mooner donor names. Graffiti style. That's a really cute idea. Oh, are we ever gonna get a peek of old school OG Molly YouTube videos? Yeah, eventually. I do want to do like reacting to my first YouTube videos type thing, either on a stream or an actual video, because I think that would be so fun. It's gonna be like low-key triggering for me though, because I will be cringing so hard. Yeah, Benny Worm on your preview pic was one of your most viewed non-short video. The Benny Worm live stream is, I think, my most viewed. That's the most viewed live stream on this whole channel. The only thing that has more views than that is the Amy Fish concert video. Oh, New World said, Molly, I've enjoyed discovering your content and believe your publishing philosophy is clever. Thank you! I really like the cycle of publishing I've built here of like a weekly, you know, weekly event with also little trickle throughout the week. But as I was saying earlier, I've been considering getting a little bit away from forcing myself into a full episode every week, because there's so many weeks that like there's a lot of shorts I would want to make and don't get to because I'm making a full length one. Like even me and Kali Cat want to do like aloe hair mask treatments, and I'm like, that could be a really fun short video, but also maybe I should make it a long one just to know that I'm getting a long video in for the week. So it's hard to decide. It's hard to decide. The internet's at a weird turning point right now of shifting attention spans. Hold up, you got a place now? Yes, I'm renting this room at my friend's house. She had a spare room and has been so kind and generous to let me rent it out and have a place to just like ground and relax my nervous system and do my streaming and art and digital work in. So yeah, I'm renting it right now on a week-to-week basis. My first time paying rent in over 2 years was this past Monday or Sunday. I forget if I turned it in on Monday or Sunday, but once I remember, I'll know that Monday or Sunday every week will be my like, another week here. And then eventually, if it feels like, if it feels like I just want to be here for a while, then she said she's open to making it like a month-to-month thing, and I could just be here, like just straight up living here, which to me is scary because I'm basically worried, like, what if I lose my spark or something? But that's my trauma speaking. That's like the hurting part of me that doesn't think I'm worthy of having an easy life. Like I literally have been putting myself through suffering, which has led to my growth, yes, but I'm realizing that I can be a lot more gentle on myself than I have been and still be successful. You being hard on yourself doesn't equate to your success. The way that our brain would think, like, oh, if you work harder, if you suffer more, then more will return. But it's actually the opposite. When you're good to yourself and gentle on yourself, that's when the goodness will come in. That's my philosophy. Random FPV already has customers annoying him. Yeah, I'll post the what the fuck song soon so you can loop it. But also it's now in this stream, like the long version. I looped it for pretty long in the stream, so alright, we're plugging in the. You might notice a slight shift in audio quality because I'm plugging my phone in to ensure it doesn't die. Because I'm just like having a good time. I'm just having a good time streaming, so why would I need to sign off? I can just plug my phone in. Hopefully the audio is still okay. Aw, Marissa, don't worry about losing your spark, Molly. Us Mooners have a bunch of matches to keep you lit. Yeah, we're keeping it lit. We're keeping it lit as the Mooners, even when shit gets hard. And yeah, for me, having my spark or not, I think that being in a space where I have like nervous system regulation is gonna spark me in a different way, in a better way, to where my content is even more positivity focused, because me just like cussing at the Volkswagen, although it's entertaining, in a higher sense of my purpose in this world, feels just like it falls short. Like the content of me just like struggling and like it's overcoming stories for sure. Like it shows resilience through hardship, but I don't want my content to be so hardship focused so much of the time when it could be like creative and uplifting and like gives people actually a good feeling when they watch it. Kalika is so sweet and so caring. Literally, she messaged right now, make sure you have some breakfast, sister. Because she knows me and knows that I probably haven't eaten yet. Which is true. I have not eaten yet. Because I woke up at like 8 a.m. and my eyes just sprung open. And I was like, it's show day. I need to post the short. And I need to make sure the live stream is set for the right time. And I need to check all my notifications. Just like zoom in. After the stream every Saturday though, I like to just chill the fuck out. Like, honestly, whenever I close this stream down, I'll probably just like have a little bit of herbs and have a fat breakfast of eggs and waffles, and then watch some silly stuff on YouTube or like FaceTime with friends and family members. That's my plans for the day. I plan on chilling the fuck out because that is the plan. My purpose this month is to get an extremely regulated nervous system. That's my goal, which in itself is what's gonna allow my other goals to be more successful. And the universe has already proved that by Van on the Moon literally doubling in subscribers this month. I'm glad the sound is still good even without the microphones. 25k subscribers, yes! Thank you, Chloe, for the update. We just hit 25k subs. That's so exciting. Aww. Yay! Chloe Cat said it too. 25k! And random FPV. Oh, have you guys all just been watching that number climb? That's amazing. It doesn't actually say it for me yet. If I refreshed, it probably would. Random FPV said, Kali is Molly's guardian angel. Okay, it's funny you say that because it was so crazy the way everything went into place. Like I told you guys the story earlier of how this all fell into alignment. I had seen Kali Cat at the temple the day before the van broke, and that night I remember so specifically when Kali Cat was pulling away from the temple and she rolled her window down and looked to me and was like, "You call me if anybody be's weird to you, okay?" And I remember she specifically said it that way, and I remember it just being such a sweet thing to say, and it also felt so genuine. Like, there's people who tell me like, "Oh, let me know if anything ever happens," you know. It's something that people rattle off all the time as just like, I don't know, a conversational thing, I guess. But like when Kali said it, it felt really genuine and authentic, and almost like, you know, just like a very caring auntie vibe, you know. And then the next day, the shit went down with the van, and I just really felt called to call her specifically, partly because I was hearing the echo of just her sweet voice saying, "You let me know if anybody be's weird to you, okay?" And I was like, wow, that just really echoed for me. And then some shit went down, and I was like, that's the obvious person to call. And then now here I am living in her house. Like, what? 2 weeks later, everything has just formed into this perfect scenario where I actually can expand into Maui for a little bit longer, or maybe even a lot longer. I was running from myself for a long time, really. Like, the van problems, the natural disasters, me switching careers, me having romantic issues and other dramas along the way. I was like running from myself and thinking like, oh, if I left Maui, maybe that would solve my problems. But I've now spent my couple months on Big Island, and there's just as much hard shit going on over there. So it's not Maui that's the problem. If anything, the biggest changes that are gonna help me is not living in the Volkswagen, not living in a van, period, right now. I'm living in a house this month. And the factor of me getting out of my relationship is huge. So I'm like, okay, while I'm at it, making all these big changes, like, I think giving Maui another try, because there's so much I love about this island, so much, and all the nature spots, and I also just feel really like I grounded into the community here too. Like, as I'm exploring being back on Maui, I'm being reminded, like, wow, I actually do know a lot of people here. Like, I know a lot of people here. I know more people on Maui than I know anywhere on the planet right now. So, as I'm just trying to, like, be okay and nurture myself, I think it's good for me to be around, like, so many familiar faces, and also being able to go to the temple a bunch and the drum circles. It's good for me, and the beaches are so nice. I'm getting so much beach time. People are talking about me getting a plaque already. Molly, when you get your silver creator 100K YouTube plaque, can you make a custom contraception? Wait, a custom contraption to make it a focus piece in the Moonermobile. Ooh, that's a good idea. Cause yeah, whenever I build out the Moonermobile, it will be specifically built for streaming. So yeah, the YouTube plaque will be behind. But honestly, the YouTube plaque would look real good, like right here even, or like right there. Cause yeah, the whole van life thing has been really hard, and I'm gonna feel out how it feels to be in a space, because I'm like, why right now would I fly to Big Island and go back into struggling? Like, reality is, if I went back to Big Island right now, I would be back to, like, driving a bunch and sometimes feeling, like, kind of scared, if I'm being honest, at night, and having to find places to shower. So I'm just taking it real slow. But yeah, if Van on the Moon gets a 100K plaque, that would be so dope. Crazy enough, since I have 5 channels, and they're all growing slowly and steadily, one's faster than others, eventually I'll just have a fuck ton of YouTube plaques. Do you play ukulele? Yes, I actually played it on this stream earlier a lot. Aww. Victor said, I remember when she hit 7K and we got excited. Yeah, seriously. Mars remembers when I hit 1K. I remember hitting 1K because that was so pivotal. Hitting 1,000 subscribers is a huge turning point as a YouTuber, because that's how many subscribers you need to get monetized. And once you have 1,000 subscribers, your streams get shown to a lot more people too. Molly's my guardian angel as well. I'm really happy that I get to come into Cully Cat's life right when I did also, because she is in a big life change right now, of her transition and everything. So I'm really happy that I can be just like a safe sister in the space, like helping cultivate the feminine energy in the room. And I fully see her as a sister, and I see the divine timing in us getting close now rather than when we first met. Because known we've known each other for years now, from just like meeting each other at various events and stuff, but like it feels really synchronistic that her now being 9 months into her transition, which is how long it takes to make a baby. It's like she's birthing into her womanhood right now, and I'm getting to be here to witness it and to, like, you know, play like a supportive role and just like living the girl life, you know? It's really cool and beautiful to witness. Like, I'm just amazed at how things are falling into place. And I'm gonna just soak it in and just be accepting of what's going on right now. Like, the Volkswagen is in a safe spot and doesn't need anything immediate. You know, nothing immediately has to be done with it. The Moonermobile is in a safe spot. I do want to get my clothes out of it so they don't get moldy, but like, it's being stored and doesn't need anything immediate. So I can really just like take a deep breath and get into my now moment. Because the only place I really have a set time and place to be anytime soon is not till October for my cousin's wedding. Other than knowing I'll be in California in October, everything else is wide open for me. Yeah, it's July right now, so like July, August, September, October. So, dang, yeah, I have a couple months to be in the islands, and then I'll be on the continent. I'm thinking of going out to the continent for, yeah, like at least a couple weeks, potentially a month. Is someone taking your Dodge for short rides so the engine doesn't seize? I don't know if they've taken it for a drive or not. I left the keys with them, and I imagine they maybe want to like move it once in a while. I didn't park it the best when I left it, honestly, now that I think about it. I don't know. I actually texted them a couple days ago and haven't heard back, so I think I'll try like texting again or calling just to touch base and to make sure that they're fine with it still sitting there, because I don't want to be bothering them. Chill for a minute on Maui. Yeah, New World, that's what I'm thinking. I just need to chill on Maui for a bit and like re-ground and get my bearings. Can you show us an ukulele song? I've played this one song, an original of mine, twice today. We'll see what... Mooners, let us know. There's a guy who wants to hear an ukulele song. Should we play him the new Warm Piss original? Tonight feels like a black bean chili night in the slow cooker with tortilla chips and shredded cheese. That sounds amazing! That sounds incredible! I love chili. I love chili. I love chili cheese fries too. That's one of my favorite things to make. How do you go back and forth between islands? Just on an airplane. It's not too bad. It's like a 40-minute flight if I were to just fly directly from Maui to Big Island. And it's usually like $150 or so. You can do it cheaper if you buy it more in advance. But I buy my tickets typically the day before I fly. Sometimes the morning of, honestly. So yeah, mine typically are like $150, $180. But you could get them cheaper. But flying inter-island is super easy. Loud and clear 2026. I want to hear your original ukulele song, please. Joker's Wild is already singing it. Okay, guys, we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more of the What the Fuck song. This time. So we've done sitting on the bed, what the fuck? We've done sitting in the streaming spot on the stool, what the fuck? And now we'll do a standing, what the fuck? I don't know how. I haven't heard the neighbors, so I hope they can't hear me. That's kind of how I usually gauge sound, like sound travel in spaces. I'm like, if I can't hear the neighbors through the wall, they probably can't hear me. But then again, what if I just have quiet neighbors? Time to settle for a bit and really grow the Mollyverse. That's how I'm feeling too, Mars. And I'm really glad you said that, because, like, it feels scary to slow down like this. Like, it's unsettling, but I know now from, like, all the nervous system research I've been doing and, like, how it works and how to regulate yourself. Like, they did say that there's someone with a dysregulated nervous system, to slow down and try to feel safe actually feels more scary than staying dysregulated. So I'm leaning into the fear and just slowing down, even though it's scary, which people who are scared of, like, facing themselves will be on the run and moving and making a bunch of changes in their life all the time. But I'm just, like, I'm leaning into the fear. I'm gonna slow down and, like, really face myself. That's what the time in this room on Maui is specifically to literally be face to face with myself and do some soul searching and get to a really, really grounded place. It's also scary knowing that I'll be different, you know? It'll be different. Like, I'm scared that I'll be different, but I'll probably be different for the better. Like, I am growing in good ways, which is what I keep reminding myself. Aw, okay, Mars, you've been on point, because the other thing you said is also something that's been on my mind. Mars said, do not buy a car on Maui. It's time to just ship the Moonermobile over. I think it's good for you to stay with Cully Cat for an extended time. Literally, I have been thinking the same thing. I'm like, don't know what the fucking do with the Moonermobile over on Big Island. Like, I have shot myself in the foot again, where I announced all these big plans, where I'm like, gonna do that van build and buy the moon property, but shit hit the fan how it usually does. And so now I'm like, well, damn, like, I do think it would be better for me to just be on Maui and be really slow. And shipping the Moonermobile here would allow me to build it out here. And then if I want to eventually ship it back to Big Island, which it'll cost like $1,300 to ship it each way at least, which is like, that hurts. Like, I could buy a new van for $1,300 that gets better gas mileage, is what I'm saying. So I'm feeling some stuff out. I'm feeling stuff out. Like, if I sold the Moonermobile would sell in a heartbeat. When Dopey sold it to me, there was like 30 other people wanting it, but he held it because I told him about the channel, and I told him, like, I will fly there as soon as possible. Like, I'm serious. I will literally fly out to see it. So I know that if I just, like, were to say I'm staying on Maui for a while and sold the Moonermobile, that would get me like $7,000, and I wouldn't have to pay to ship it. I would then have $7,000 to, like, just to have, and to get a cheaper vehicle that doesn't take as much gas also. No, the van was more. $1,300 is how much to ship it, just to get it from Big Island to here. Some wisdom from Kevin Mack. What can help is try not to frame the choices into categories. Rather, take the broad view with impromptu benefit analysis. Everything can be leveraged to a positive outcome. Yeah, that's true, New World. Leave the Moonermobile on Big Island for a bit. Victor said I was thinking the same thing but kept my mouth shut. I think the Dodge should be with you on Maui right now and just send the Volkswagen to the crusher. Yeah, the Volkswagen, I'm just so over the fucking Volkswagen. And I would like to have a van here, so that's why I was thinking of maybe just buying like a kind of plainish van. But if I could just have the Moonermobile here, that'd be fucking dope too. And I could be building it out here. The thing is, yeah, if I'm just gonna ship it to Big Island eventually again anyway, it sounds like a dumb idea to ship it here, but I just have more of a support system here and know this island better, and there's not as much like a murder happening on this island, and things aren't as spread out. I already have a good like weekly cycle here. Oh, oh, loud and clear. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I was gonna play the song. As usual, got distracted by van shit. I told loud and clear that I would play the song one last time. This is an original song by me. This is an original song. It only has 3 lyrics, 3 words of the song. So feel free to sing along. The words go, what the fuck? I hope you found some catharsis and peace through that mantra of accepting that life is weird. What the fuck is going on around here? The shit show. She could rap. I've been practicing my rapping and freestyling. It's not ready for the stream yet. But I have been practicing, so eventually. I actually did record a freestyle video with my ook with the same chord progression, but like singing a bunch of different words besides what the fuck. And I thought about posting it, and I still will, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll listen to it again today. It's probably embarrassing. But maybe that's better, and I should post it because it's embarrassing, and it'll bring other people to a deeper state of self-acceptance. They still are offing people on Big Island? Well, okay, the murderer that was on the loose got caught. The one that, like, did 3 murders in a row, that whole scary thing, like, a month ago or so. He got caught. thankfully, but that he's not like the only one out there. People go missing in high numbers on Big Island. But I'm just taking things slow. Oh my gosh, Mars, thank you. $5 from Mars. The major chords and Molly's happy vibes makes the song too happy and pleasant regardless of the lyrics. Yes, that's the point. That's the point. I wanted to do a very, very uplifting sound musically. You know, just like some happy ukulele vibes in a bright key, but then allowing for the vocal expression, because it's like kind of touching on how in our lives we'll be going through a really hard moment, but like it doesn't mean that the whole vibe has to suck. We can be acknowledging the hard moment without being in a state of trigger about it. This is welcome to the inner workings of the 3-lyric song I made. Why are you not at the moon? I don't have the money yet to purchase the moon. So I've been not buying the moon yet because I don't have the funding yet. Aw, Victor Kreitner, 10 months as a new mooner. Hell yeah. 2 months away from a year. Yes! Victor, you've been such a good loyal mooner. I see you in the chat all the time. I see you in the Facebook comments. Your support means the world to me. But yeah, about the moon property and like the Moonermobile on Big Island, those dreams, like I still want those dreams, but I also see how that could be me like still being in suffering. Suffering is a side effect of life, no matter what position you're in. You could have a seemingly perfect life on paper and still be suffering, because it's just like we are here on earth existing as humans, feeling the full span of human emotion, which is big and deep and scary. It goes in both directions though, so you know, you get just as much joy as you get suffering. But that being said, if you're choosing a scenario that you know is gonna be hard, you gotta go into it real grounded, like. So I'm taking this time on Maui, re-getting my bearings, and maybe I'll ship the Moonermobile here. Maybe I'll still do the moon and mooner, the whole build and stuff on Big Island still, while coming back and forth, you know, like a month here, a month there. Could be a nice vibe. I just am taking things like 1 week at a time. 1 week at a time. Motivational speech with the ukulele feature. Yeah, Jeremiah. I enjoyed doing that. That can be part of our bit. As I'm expanding into this space and exploring different styles of streaming, it will be very experimental, so I appreciate the feedback. Okay, I hear that you guys like the ukulele on the live stream vibe. The past couple of times I whipped the ukulele out, people really like it, and I have fun with it too. Oh, Mars said, I loved all your lives, but this may be my favorite one yet. Oh, yay! That makes me so happy, especially since I know you've watched like every live I've put out, so you would know which one is the best. That's a good sign for this studio. To me, that's a good sign that this is the IDKB studio. Hold up in the property purchase. That's one heavy brick that can be very weighted. Yeah, I do see that being like, it's like I want it so bad, but it is such a huge life decision to buy property somewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna just wait things out. I'm wandering through the forest and I'm a little bit lost, so I'm gonna sit down for a bit and wait till the sun comes up. Yes, what New World said, enlightenment is embracing that life is suffering. Yes. We need to accept the wholeness of our existence, the yin and the yang. Because when we try to deny the darkness and try to not accept the hard parts of life, that's when the real suffering comes in. Definitely not null, said later mooners, stay hydrated. Later, definitely not null. Thank you for the reminder to hydrate. That was what I needed. People are being so supportive about me, like, staying on Maui and not rushing back into van life, which means a lot to me because, like, when I decided that I am going to move into this space, one of my fears was that people would be, like, ragging on me because my whole thing has been van life for a couple years now. And so shifting into living in a spot is like a big identity change, especially in my online presence. So to have like so many of the key mooners be so supportive about it, it feels great. I'm like I still want a little piece of land so I can like plant the durian trees and park the moonermobile on it and stuff, but also picturing having like no ties over there and just having this spot on Maui would open up a lot of travel for me on the whole world, you know what I mean? If I do the plan of Big Island, I'm gonna be hunkered down there for a bit and not really taking a lot of trips elsewhere because I'll be like working on the property, working on the van build, grinding, you know? Please share with us your happiest childhood memory. Honestly, I think most of my happiest childhood memories were going on big camping trips with my family. I would go with both sides of my family, like my mom and my dad's, and we always just had so much fun. I've always loved camping, which was part of the draw to van life for me because I was like, it's a really long camping trip. Great. But yeah, it got rough, but you know, 2 years of camping most of the time is intense. So yeah, not all things are made for forever. Molly, can we test your improvisational skills and see if you can answer the next Mooner question in song? We'll see. Let's see what the next... Let me scroll down and see what the next question is. I'm actually not seeing any questions. There was no questions after that, Mars, so I guess no. Can you play Deftones Cherry Waves? I actually love that song. I don't have the chords memorized for it, but... I know how the singing part goes, I just don't know the chords. I could look them up though, but I think Cherry Waves is the song that's like, if like you down beneath. I'll swim down to you. I love that song. Fuck, I wish I knew the chords to it. Deftones are so good. Their music is so good because it's like gritty, but it's also dreamy, but it's also like kind of sexy. I fuck with the Deftones. Aw. Aw, Kevin Mac, the Mollyverse is larger than the van life. Remember Grasshopper, Benny Worm dances and weaving his way around the lattice scaffolding. While baby bots sing, they share, they learn. Yeah, honestly, I just have been thinking lately, like, what if I don't? What if I just don't do van life anymore? At least not as like my full-time thing, like having a van on the continent or something that I go do trips in would be different, and then like coming home to the island still would be different than like living in it all the time and like struggling to even keep myself fed on time, you know? I saw a random FPV say Marcelo. I know the answer to this. Fish and chips. I didn't see what Marcelo said, but now I think he maybe asked what my favorite meal is. Because I fucking love fish and chips. Jessie Jam said I'm living out of a minivan. Sucks. I feel your pain, Jessie. Living in a van's not easy, especially a minivan. Like, I feel your pain. It's been a long, hard road of van life for me, and I'm like actually in a space now, and it feels life-changing. It's scary and it's like unsettling at times, but for how much money I thought I was saving by living in a van, I have realized that I'm not actually saving very much. I'm actually going to do a like budget analysis, and maybe I'll even post my results, because I was re-looking at my budgeting and realizing that I was spending more than I thought I was. I was like, where the fuck is all my money going? I stopped shopping. I barely been eating out. Where the fuck is all my money? And I looked at it and I'm like, it's the damn gas. It's the damn gas. Ah. What's the most beautiful spot you have seen on planet Earth to date? The most beautiful spot on all of planet Earth. I mean, the first one that comes to mind for me is Yao Valley, which is not as big as like some other places. Like, you know, there's ones that I would imagine would be a more grand thing. Like, people are like, oh, the Nepali coast and stuff. But like, as far as what location on Earth makes my heart sing, I have found Yao Valley to be extremely beautiful. If you're into like jungle, valley, river vibes, that's it. That's the spot. Yeah, wow, this has been a long stream. We're almost at 3 hours, and I'm just like having a good time. But I am also feeling like this stream is separate from some other streams I want to do. Like, this is a standalone stream, and I'm having the urge to like paint, but it feels like it's not the right time, so I might start wrapping this up so I can go eat and stuff. But just know that very soon there will be a live painting stream, because I want to paint the back of my desk. Today doesn't feel like the right time. Well, there's some more streaming in this location as we're saying our goodbyes I was about to say our goodbyes for the week, but this is not the goodbyes for the week. I am gonna be back on the stream very soon. We're long overdue for an art session from you. Exactly, we are long overdue for an art session. So I'm gonna paint this right here. Which, this is actually good because I can test out how the stream is actually gonna look for that one. I'm gonna be like just painting this, which I guess right now I can start by just taking off this like warning sticker. This sticker is pretty old and brittle. I think I may be better off just painting over it. Yeah, we'll just paint right over that. We'll just paint right over the sticker. It's fine. Kevin Max said, have some food, and if the vibe is right, turn the camera on for a pop-up live stream. That's true, because I could technically do the rest of that. I could start painting it whenever, like even if I wanted to today. But the timing, no. We're gonna slow down. Like I said, my purpose in life right now is to slow down. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going real slow and gentle on myself. And I'm just gonna chill out. You know what? I hope for everyone in this stream to be very, very chilled out feeling. Could you do the live paint tomorrow? I could. So far, the only plan I have set for tomorrow is therapy in the morning. That's probably gonna... No, I'm not gonna make any plans. We're not making any plans. I'm gonna sign off of here and go have some food and then lay around and relax for multiple hours. And I'm gonna have a great time doing it. And I'm gonna live with no regrets. So yes, I love you all. Thank you for coming to extra special live stream, the first ever live stream in the new Mooner studio. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. I was really happy to hear all the positive feedback and all the supportiveness in everything that's going on with me right now. Like, I really do feel a lot better after the stream about pretty much every aspect. Like, in a week where it felt like all of my life was crumbling away, this stream reminded me that I always have the Mooners. So thank you for that. I love you all. Mooners, keep on mooning. And until next time, peace, love, and moonership. Bye!